My name is B-Walk and welcome back to Cop Your Coin, where I show you how to cop your coin in the fastest growing market in world history. Let's get it. And once again, I'm going to ask you to do three things, fam. I'm going to ask you to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that alert button so that you know when fresh content is out from Cop Your Coin. Let's get into it. I want to talk today about the cryptocurrency market as a whole. 2018 has been a bit of a bumpy ride for anybody who's been invested since 2017 or before. And we're going to talk about what's going on in the market. And for my people who are new to cryptocurrency, I was on a call earlier today, and I'd like to again say this is a great time to get involved in cryptocurrency because you can take the time to study without all the hype. In 2017, everybody was talking about, oh, Bitcoin's going to the moon. I think it went from like 5,000 to 20,000, and it felt like 2 weeks, maybe less than that. But that is not a point of emphasis. What I want to talk about again is getting down to the nitty gritty. This is a video for my new people out there who are asking me constantly, Brandon, how do I get involved? B-Walk, how do I get involved? This is a video where I show you what to do. Okay, so again, let's talk about the coin market cap, where we are right now. This, again, all of my sites that I talk about today will be listed in the description as usual, and you will be able to follow along. So if you don't see the URL, don't worry about it. I'll put it down there. Coin market cap is where I like to go at the beginning when I start to look at investor, because again, it gives me an insight of how the market is trading today. You get the number of cryptocurrencies, the markets involved, the market cap, which is the total amount of cryptocurrencies plus the money that is actually costs, money for the actual price of the currency. So it's a multiplication. And then you get the 24-hour volume, and then you have the dominance. Okay, so we have right now Bitcoin dominance, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But right here, you can look at the top 10: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, which is Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, which is a fork off of Bitcoin, EOS, Stellar, Litecoin, Tether, which is a US dollar tether, Cardano, and Monero. And then finally Dash and IOTA. So you have some other ones that are coming down. Then this goes again, it goes all the way to 1900, so you can look at the coins, and there's constantly change and influx. But the top 10 to 20 typically stay in about the same range. So when we look at Bitcoin, kind of look at what it's doing for today. And those of you who have been with me from the beginning, you see that I've talked about charts and technical analysis and how I like to analyze the market. And we can see right here, these are trend lines that I drew. So the green line, I drew that trend line. This blue line right here is the 200-day moving average. Okay, so that gives you an idea of kind of what the period is. These are daily charts on the candlesticks. And this, again, the green line I draw, and then the purple lines are the ones that I draw that give me my floor, support, and resistances. As just in a review, what becomes a support, and then it bounces off of that, as you can see, boom, boom, boom. But once it breaks through the resistance, if you will, the ceiling, once the price breaks the ceiling, that tends to become support. It didn't happen here, but that's typically what you see. So I like to have a few lines on here, a few indicators. Here's my volume, just kind of give me an idea of what is the eagerness or the energy in the move and who's in control. Red, obviously the bears, people who are selling that particular currency, are in control. Green means the bulls are in control. Those are the dominant forces of that day. And as you can see right here, we have what we call a triangle pattern, a wedge pattern, and what it kind of leads to is a spring action. Usually what happens is you have, as we see, lower highs. So it had a high up here, then drop down here, and higher lows. So you see this, we were low here, high, low, but it wasn't quite as low as here, high, but it wasn't quite as high as here, and a low. And this tends to spring. So we're going to have a movement here, fairly sharp, I would imagine, to the upside or the downside. I suspect it might be to the upside, just given the time frame, the year that we're in right now, and the time frame of the year going into the end of the year, but we will see. I'm not a fortune teller. However, these charts help me kind of determine what's going to happen next. So as we're going down the line, another altcoin that people are probably familiar with is Ethereum. A lot of projects are built on the ERC20 token or Ethereum blockchain, and this again kind of gives you kind of the trajectory of this currency. As you can see down here, it's been going down. There's a lot of speculation. Is it going to crash or is it going to bounce back up? I suspect it's going to bounce back up. I think there's a lot of people with a lot of FUD or fear, unknown, doubt that are basically in the marketplace. I think it's going to rebound, probably rather sharply, but we will see. And then finally, I want to talk about another altcoin the one that I am keyed on, and that's Cardano, ADA. Now I'm going to get into a little bit more about altcoins and Bitcoin and what that means and kind of how to prepare. I want to take this moment, as I said, the market is going down. The market is basically on sale. That does not mean you run out and buy today, but what it does mean is you start to make a list of coins that you would like to own, at a very good price. Right now, Cardano for me is going to a great price. It's almost at 6 cents a coin. It's just a little bit under 7 cents a coin. I think it's a great project, and we will get into that, as I said, down the road. I want to draw your attention to this article I came across. Altcoins keep dropping while Bitcoin breaks another record of market dominance. And the picture is apropos. As you see the Titanic in the background, Bitcoin is pulling up the altcoins. So this is a great picture right here as well. Kind of gives you a visual representation of the dominance of Bitcoin. This is obviously, everybody knows what Bitcoin is, so it gives you the dominance, and obviously you get the price, the percent that it has dropped as of current at press time for this particular article. But again, you have Ethereum here, which is the next second dominant, XRP, which is Ripple, and then here's ADA down here, and you have a couple of them, and you're not going to be able to see them on this video. Again, check the URL. I'll have it in the description. But this kind of gives you a visual representation. And I like what it's showing because, again, Bitcoin is continuing to dominate and continue to really be a buoy for the cryptocurrency market, as expected, really. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it'll always be the dominant coin. And I think there's going to be some opportunities for some of these altcoins. So you'll see Ethereum has seen significant losses today, with its prices dropping to $190 per coin. The top altcoin is now trading at around 181, down roughly 4% over a 24-hour period. So this is a article to take a look at to kind of get your idea, kind of get how everything is spatially set up. And I want to end our video today on Investopedia. Now, one of my first videos I talked about Investopedia was a great resource, and it is. Anybody out there you're just getting involved in cryptocurrency, or really any investment, but specifically cryptocurrency here, because Investopedia is a great resource. It is very easy to access. You have the internet, you can access this. It is no cost to this other than your time. But this is a great article because it gives you a floor level understanding of the cryptocurrency. Now, I don't usually do this. I am actually going to read the first paragraph here, maybe the first two, and then talk about the 10 cryptocurrencies, and then we'll talk about where we're going to go next. The top 10 important cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin. Bitcoin has not just been a trendsetter, ushering a wave of cryptocurrencies built on a decentralized peer-to-peer network. It has become the de facto standard for cryptocurrencies, inspiring an ever-growing legion of followers and spinoffs. And this is a question I get asked a lot. And here again, like I said, you can find out for yourself. What is cryptocurrency and altcoin? Before we take a closer look at some of these alternatives to Bitcoin, let's step back and briefly examine what we mean by terms like cryptocurrency and altcoin. A cryptocurrency, broadly defined, is a virtual or digital money which takes the form of tokens or coins. While some cryptocurrencies have ventured into the physical world with credit cards or other projects, I actually have Bitcoin ATMs local to me. The large majority of remain entirely intangible. The crypto and cryptocurrencies refers to a complicated cryptography which allows for a particular digital token to be generated, stored, transacted securely, and typically anonymously. Alongside with this important crypto feature of these currencies is a common commitment to decentralization. Cryptocurrencies are typically developed as a code by teams who build in mechanisms for issuance, often, although not always, through a process called mining and other controls. Cryptocurrencies are almost always designed to be free from government manipulation and control, as the US dollar and other fiat currencies around the world are. Although, as they have grown more popular, this foundational aspect of the industry has come under fire. The currencies modeled after Bitcoin are collectively called altcoins. So again, any coin that's not Bitcoin is called an altcoin, and have tried to represent themselves as modified or improved versions of Bitcoin. While some of these currencies are easier to mine than Bitcoin is, there are trade-offs, including a greater risk brought on by lesser liquidity, acceptance, and value retention. For more, see our guides on Bitcoin mining and Bitcoin regulation. Below, we'll examine some of the important digital currencies over other than Bitcoin. First, though, a caveat. It is impossible for a list like this to be entirely comprehensive. One reason for this is the fact that there are more than 1,600 cryptocurrencies. As you saw in the cryptocurrency market cap, there's 1,900 currently in existence as of this writing, and many of these tokens and coins enjoy immense popularity among a dedicated, if small in some cases, community of backers and investors. Beyond that, the field of cryptocurrencies is always expanding, and the next great digital token may be released tomorrow for all anyone in the crypto community knows. While Bitcoin is widely seen as a pioneer in the world of cryptocurrencies, analysts adopt many approaches for evaluating tokens other than Bitcoin. It's common, for instance, for analysts to attribute a great deal of importance to the ranking of coins and relative to one another in terms of market cap. We factored this into our consideration, but there are other reasons why a digital token may be included in the list as well. So down here, they go into the top 10, what they have is in your Litecoin. Some of you might have heard of these. Ethereum, obviously, we talked about that. Zcash, Dash, Ripple, Monero, Bitcoin Cash, Neo, Cardano, and EOS. And they give a quick blurb about these here, kind of give you kind of a foundational understanding and kind of where they're coming and where they think they are currently, and kind of where they started and how they might turn out. Down at the bottom of this article, bottom line, Bitcoin continues to lead the pack of cryptocurrencies in terms of market capitalization, user base, and popularity. Nevertheless, virtual currencies such as Ethereum and Ripple, which are being used more for enterprise solutions, are becoming popular, while some altcoins are being endorsed for superior or advanced features vis-a-vis Bitcoins. Going by the current trend, cryptocurrencies are here to stay, but how many of them will emerge as leaders amid the growing competition within space will only be revealed by time. So this is an opportunity, again, that you can kind of cut your teeth and understand kind of what's going on, and kind of zero in on some coins that are going to be, like I said, a lot of these coins are on sale and only getting better by the day. And that's kind of what I think is going to happen, because I think we're going to have a reversal trend here shortly, probably within the next 3 or 4 months. As markets do, they tend to go in cycles. And this is an opportunity, again, for you to kind of dig in and figure out what you want to get involved with. Okay, so in my next video, I'm going to start a series where I'm going to talk about altcoins and which ones I really like and why I like them, and kind of how I tend to evaluate opportunities and where I think they might go. My question to you is, are there any altcoins not on this list right here, 10, because I have friends, I know there's some altcoins that I have friends and family that are involved in that really like, and there's nothing saying that those won't become dominant. Are there any coins out there that you like? Any coins that you're seeing that are not mentioned in this top 10 that you say, P-Walk, I think this is a good coin. This is something we need to take a look at. I'd be curious to hear your insight. Leave in the comment below, and I'll see you next time on Cop Your Coin.